Hey guys, before the video starts, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
And go follow and rate us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Also, make sure to subscribe. It doesn't take more than 10 seconds to subscribe. You do just hit that button. And if you're already subscribed, go tell your friends, your mom, your dad, your tia, your abuela to subscribe. Help us get 100 subscribers, and we'll release ASIL's rap song. Enjoy the video or episode. Woo! Woo-hoo! Hey everyone, welcome back to Unrelated Minds. Argentina World Cup champions.
Hey.
Woo! We knew they were going to do it.
Not you.
Everyone at this table knew they were going to make it, all right? All right, but we'll get into it.
I was about to say the whole country of France did not think Argentina was going to win.
True. But all right, we'll get into it. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about the whole journey. It's kind of sad that World Cup's over now, you know, but
It felt short.
yeah, it felt short.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll get into all that after the intro. Stay tuned.
Let's play football. World Cup. 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 It's time to play.
Welcome back.
I'm Eliel.
I'm Esri,
I'm Isai.
I'm Jonathan.
and in case you didn't know, Argentina won the World Cup.
Hey.
All right, we're just making that clear for people who are watching this in the future. You know,
Yeah.
we
Argentina won.
witnessed a historic event, December 18th, 2022.
Dang, you remember without looking, dude? I don't even know what today is.
Messi won the World Cup with Argentina.
You're just Messi won the World Cup.
I mean, he won
Wait,
it.
What? There was more people? Oh, okay.
No, but Messi was the main one. All right, Jonathan, you being full Argentinian, you know, experiencing the culture and everything, actually supporting Argentina,
Yeah.
not just Messi, like us.
Right.
All right.
The country.
It's like
Yeah.
he likes the rest of them
Yeah,
too. He knows their names.
How are you feeling right now?
Extremely emotional.
Yeah.
Still. Or the 2 days later, and it's still like a dream.
Has it sunk in yet?
No.
Like, oh yeah, they won the World Cup.
No. It's been 36 years. I mean, I'm 32. So I was technically -4 when they won, right?
it was still fresh.
So,
When you were born.
yeah.
You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
we
they
were
just won.
champions.
Well, I mean, 90 came and Argentina played that final and we lost 1-0 to Germany. So, and then the last time we technically won when I was a child, it was 93 and won the last Copa America. And then we won, obviously, all 3 championships in like less than 2 years. It was kind of crazy. So it's just been, I mean, emotional for sure. Just to, you know, see your family, see people, and they talk about watching Argentina win, and they talk about how crazy the country was, how crazy certain parts in the United States were, you know, going when Argentina won. It's just like, I want to live that moment, you know, because you keep hearing it, like, and for Argentina to get as close as it did over and over, you're just like, oh, when am I going to see that happen in my lifetime, or am I not? It's just always that, to finally
It's
live
crazy,
it.
right? That now you got to live it.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell your kids in the future.
Yeah. It's future generations.
Well,
I was there when they won.
Yeah,
it,
my
you know?
3-year-old was home. When I got home, he had his Messi jersey on. He's like, "Vamos, vamos, Argentina."
Okay.
So you teach him young, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He was present as well.
Yeah. So
And they're like, oh, you remember, right?
yeah,
son?
you remember? Yeah,
You're like, sure.
yeah. I got a picture and a video.
There's proof.
Yeah.
Dang,
So
that's
yeah,
cool,
it's
that's
just super
cool.
emotional for sure. A lot of crying for me.
Yeah,
I'll
I
admit
bet.
that I was crying like at least a half hour.
Dang.
It was
Yeah.
just nonstop. Like during the game, after the game, during the award ceremony, I was crying. People were calling me. I was still crying.
You're like, end call. I was like, I'm trying to soak this in.
Right, stop, guys.
Stop calling me.
So yeah,
Crazy.
life changing.
How did you live the final? Like the whole game in general?
How did I what?
How did you live it? How did you experience it?
Well, when Messi scored the one, obviously the penalty, and then Di Maria, I'm like,
Yeah.
what a way to like,
Yeah.
you know? And then you're like, you got returning world champions, France.
Uh-huh.
What the last time was in the 60s when Brazil was returning champions, and you're just like, if we
This
beat,
is crazy.
yeah, this is crazy. Like if we beat France, you know, because they're trying to make their own history, but if we beat France with just these two guys, I mean, these guys were from the start, from the Juegos Olímpicos, like
Yeah.
when they were children, pretty much, right? For them to be in their final journey, right? To say we're retiring internationally right after this game. It's just like, what a way to win it.
Yeah.
And then everybody saw what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want me to go into that extra part.
We can skip that.
Okay, yeah. We'll skip it for now.
Yeah.
That was a hard moment for me.
Yeah, I bet.
That's when my tears started coming down.
It was a roller coaster
Yeah.
of a game, huh?
Yeah. Because you're on a high, you're thinking 2-0, but then, recapping what happened with the Netherlands, you're like, Argentina can never be comfortable with 2.
Mm-hmm.
We had 1 against Saudi Arabia, and look what happened, right?
Yeah.
They came back with 2. So it's like 2 is never a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if we score 3, I was telling all the people we were at the Tap House in downtown Boise, I was telling them, if we score 3, we got it. Like, locked in. But if we stay at 2, France is going to come back. France is not going to go out without a fight. Look what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
I knew they
You
were
jinxed
gonna.
yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're like,
I'm
God dang it, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, it was just, and then, it was,
Extra time.
yeah.
Extra time comes. Messi
Yeah.
scores. You
Yeah.
thought they had it won?
Oh, I thought they had it won. I mean, I was afraid that like I said, the ref, the Polaco, was going to, call it offside or some nonsense, because obviously because,
Happened.
the tap or something is like, there's so many, when it's a final, you just want to let it play out the way it plays out, right? But you have to play unbiased. So you're just hoping that it's not one-sided. So we got a couple penalties called for us. They got a couple penalties, but you're always going to be biased. Like, no, that wasn't a penalty against us. And then they get one. You're like, what? How's that work? So it's just like, there were certain moments that I'm just like, it looks like they're in favor of getting France to beat us or win, and I was just so frustrated because I'm like, this is our chance. Like, we can't, 17, 18 years Messi's played for La Selección, and it's like the guy's he's killed himself.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gone through ridicule. I mean, the guy is given everything for the country. For us to lose like that, like if we would have lost, God forbid, right?
Yeah.
That would have been horrible. Like, to get all the way to the very end to just lose.
I think more people would have been talking about how they lost
Yeah.
instead of
Instead of they
instead of
won.
France winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Been
Oh, yeah.
Argentina losing.
It would. Yeah, we
Like,
would
that
have
would
been pretty.
be the talk.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. It was hard.
Let me see.
How did everyone else experience that? You, Elier, you weren't able to watch the full thing.
No, full thing. No. Okay, so I watched a little bit over half to the 50th or 60th minute.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at that time they were up 2-0.
We were still up 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's it. They won.
Yeah, because it was
I
the
was like,
79th minute.
Because France was not playing good at all. They were terrible.
Yes,
Mhm.
They were terrible.
Giroud and
It's
Dembele
the
got
first
subbed
half
off
for sure.
early.
Yeah, the first half for sure.
Mhm.
Terrible.
Mhm.
Mbappe wasn't even there.
Mm-mm.
He was, yeah. So I was like, that's it. They won. Easy peasy. They
Mhm.
got it. Jinxed it.
It was you.
it was everybody. All right. But yeah, I was watching and I was like, dang, that's crazy. And then what's the name? Di Maria scores. And
Mhm.
that's it.
Mhm.
Locked it in.
Mhm.
Well, that's a win right there.
I
was
didn't
like, I'm
think
good.
that because it was really early still.
You thought France was gonna?
No, I thought they were gonna make it hard still. Score one.
Yeah.
Argentina scores
No, I
another.
thought-
They score another.
I thought, that's it. That's a huge blow to their morale.
Mhm.
They're
Yeah.
they're already playing terrible
Mhm.
and they're down 2-0 in the World Cup final. I was like, how? There's no way they can get back.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, maybe Mbappe can because he's
a beast.
a monster. But I was like, it's a whole team effort.
Mhm.
It has to be a whole team effort to
Mhm.
get some points. Apparently not. So apparently not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It was.
that's how and then I just watched it a little bit after that.
You watched the penalties or no?
Yes, I watched the penalty. I had to
Yeah.
in church.
You did it.
Jesus Christ!
You did it.
Forgive me.
He was watching it with you.
No, I saw a
But it's-
TikTok. I
it's
saw a
easier for
TikTok
you
of
bec-
someone of other people in church, and they're just like, like recording, which that's kind of bad too. They're just like straight up recording, but every single guy that they saw was like
On their phone.
just looking like that down on their phone or like hiding it in their Bible. They're just watching the game.
It's easier for you, Eliel, because you always do the music stuff on your
Yeah.
iPad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
so
can just
I
you
have-
have an excuse to
Yeah,
be
on my
looking
tablet,
down.
since it's an Android, I can do like the picture or just like minimize it.
Nice.
So I just had the cantos on, but I had the full on game like right there. I was just like, I'll just
Out of
check it real
everybody,
quick,
I-
and was like,
Out of everybody, I didn't think you would be the one to do that.
yeah, I mean,
Hey, it's like you gotta understand. It only happens once every 4 years, and
Yeah.
this is Messi's last one.
If I,
Everyone's watching.
Everyone.
I don't think I would have done it because
watching,
I'm
or keeping
I'm always
tabs on it.
Yeah.
You know, checking
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
Twitter
score.
notifications,
Refreshing the page.
the app, the
Yeah,
app.
the Google score.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I saw the penalties and I was like, and then he
You're like-
stopped
you're
it,
like-
dude.
you're
I
like-
was like, oh.
You're like doing the cut.
I was like, I can't move. No, by that time, ya estaba la explicación. So we were sitting down. So it was kind of more chill for me to like watch it or like keep tabs on it.
Did you?
But-
You don't have a little like? Did you even react to when they won?
Well,
Like you like even like. The
well, by the
smallest
time,
movement?
He was
by
like,
the time,
"Praise Jesus!"
by the time they missed the second one, I was like, that's it, they won.
Mhm.
When they missed the second penalty or the second missed penalty, I was like, that's it, they won. I was like, their best goal
Yeah.
penalty taker was probably Mbappe, and that's it. No one else. I was like, I don't even know who these other guys were.
No.
Got it blocked and missed. I was like, that's it. It's over.
Or apparently
They
they're
won.
from Africa. They're not French.
Yeah.
I was like, the whole French team is not French. From France.
Only one or two guys maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
That's why I was talking with Jonathan last time.
Griezmann, that's it.
It was Africa against Argentina.
Yeah.
That was the final. It wasn't France. It was Africa.
Well, actually, I mean, if we want to be super technical, it's just Mbappe versus
Yeah,
Argentina.
Mbappe versus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Honestly.
We
Yeah.
just had some NPCs help, and then just the computers right by itself. It was just like playing FIFA, and you're just controlling the one player.
My player.
Yeah, the my player, the pro. It's just you.
The others are
You have to
AI.
like
Yeah.
the rest is just AI,
Yeah.
computers, NPCs. Or
It was French fans. They were like, shh. They weren't
Yeah.
experienced, so they couldn't win it.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy.
I think this is one of the best finals we've seen.
It's the best game,
Yeah.
best
Well,
football
You-
game ever.
What was your reaction
Honestly.
to the save, the last minute save?
well, I mean, from what I've been informed and checking back history dates, it is the best final. Not just because Argentina,
Mhm.
but no final has ever gone
Like that.
like that ever
Mm.
in the history has ever gone like that.
I mean, if we recall, like the last few ones,
Yeah.
they were so boring.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're
They're
blowouts,
just like
pretty much.
one
1-0,
zero in
yep.
the very last minute.
Yeah.
in extra time or something.
Yeah, no, but
That's just terrible.
yeah, no, that last save. Once he got that pass in, I'm like, Emiliano, ooh, this is you, man. This is gonna cement your history
Yeah.
in la selección. If you don't stop this, sorry, that Copa America is gone,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
At least it was gone.
Sony.
Like that World Cup can erase a lot for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he
Well,
came
after
up
that,
big.
like no matter what you accomplished, it doesn't matter.
Nothing,
You lost
yeah.
the World Cup.
Mm-hmm. And imagine for the pressure on him,
Mhm.
as after again he's already got three scored goals on
Yeah.
him. He's just like,
Like there's
I mean,
no in between
no,
for him. Like
for it
it's
to
either
stop,
you
like,
lost
okay,
it
yeah,
or
let's
you
wait.
won it for us.
yeah,
Dude, that
I
sucks.
really thought he was gonna make that.
no,
That
Mbappe would have made it if it was Mbappe would
Oh,
have made
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because already psychologically he's already missed 3 shots against him. He probably would have mistimed it because all his shots, Mbappe's shots, were to the left, all of them. Emiliano's right, every single one.
Mm.
Mhm.
no, his left.
Huh?
His left.
Emiliano's.
Emiliano's right, and Mbappe's
Mbappe's left
yeah, Mbappe's left where he kicked it was to the
Mhm.
left, and it was Emiliano's right.
because they're facing the different
Yeah.
directions, guys.
Yeah,
No, but
We're
One's
watching the
looking
TV.
that way. You see, my right is his left.
You know, yeah. I'm
Okay.
just recalling.
yeah, because
Okay.
they were.
I
They
was
were
like, you're rewatching.
France
it,
was
right?
attacking this direction, so when they were attacking, it's all the goals Mbappe made were all to the left, where Emiliano's like just hit it,
Mm.
like just grabbed. I'm like, oh man, you're a
that
second
first
late.
penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so
But
close.
Mbappe's such a good kicker. Yes,
Just
and he has
strong
strength.
kick,
Yeah.
So because it could have been a
strong.
soft kick and he would have stopped it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Mbappe's kicking
But-
it with full force. Nobody's stopping it if you're not hitting it with 2 hands.
Mhm. Yeah, no, he knew what he was doing. I guess.
Yeah, he knew. Yeah,
Yeah.
he knew
I
how to
guess
go
so.
in.
All his penalties were to the same side, huh?
Pretty
No.
much. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was to the left, to the right.
No,
No, was it?
they were both to the left. I'm pretty sure.
And then what about the
Could've swore.
penalty shootout?
It's a
It
left
was
too.
to the left.
really?
Yeah, all to the same side.
Mhm. If I remember correctly, and trust me, I wasn't trying to look at all. I was just about to break a bar's TV with my drumstick at that point. I was like, I don't
like,
have
whoa,
$3,000
whoa,
for a TV.
He's like, hey, it's okay, it's okay.
Dang.
Dang, dude. I kind of wanted to go back and see how you felt on the very first game of the World Cup,
Oh, Saudi Arabia.
compared to how like now.
Oof, that's like night and day.
Yeah.
I feel like Argentina was coming off, and I'm Argentinian, so I think I'm allowed to say this, but I feel like they were coming in with too much confidence. Like on a, people say, "Oh, you're on your high horse." I felt 36 games unbeaten. They're coming in to try to pretty much dominate the whole thing, and Saudi Arabia humbled them in 6 minutes, scored 2 goals. I was deflated because I had woken up to watch them lose.
Yeah,
I was pissed.
Would you say now
Yeah.
that you're happy they lost?
Yeah, I think it was played out the way it went. Because, I mean, if Argentina would have gone all the way without being beaten, for one, that would have been crazy, right? Because they would have beaten Italy's 37 games unbeaten streak.
Yeah.
But they needed to create their own history, and that loss brought them back to reality because it shot Argentina to the bottom of the group. Now you have this great team, 36 games unbeaten.
Dude, stop.
Sorry.
Oh,
Continue.
bro.
Continue. Sorry.
36 games unbeaten.
Yeah.
And then losing to Saudi Arabia. And then it's like the bottom of the group. You're just like, well, how do you guys get yourself out of this?
Yeah.
But like we say in Argentina, siempre nos hace sufrir. Like we're suffering till the very end. Like, Argentina, just win. Why do you got to do this to us?
It's like, gotta keep it.
Yeah, they just want to keep it interesting. Just like, keep you on the
I
edge of
was
your
Keep you on
seat.
your toes.
Yeah,
I was
gotta
also
keep you
pretty
watching.
I was also pretty confident about Argentina winning.
Yeah.
And I watched the first half,
Mhm.
and then I fell asleep. I couldn't stay up for halftime.
Yeah.
And then the next day I wake up and I'm about to search up the score. I'm like, what if they just like lost?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. And I was like,
it was you too.
I was like, I was
We're
just,
all just
they
jinxing
won. They won. And I
Argentina.
searched it up and I see 2-1. And I was like, oh, Argentina won 2-1. But then I see that Saudi Arabia
Yeah.
scored 2.
But I mean, I thought it was crazy when the head coach for Saudi Arabia said Argentina is going to come out first after they took the loss. Argentina, he came out in a press conference and said Argentina is going to
snap.
come out first in the group and win the World Cup.
Oh, wow.
He said that. I actually took a screenshot of the picture,
Dang,
and I was
didn't.
just like,
Dang, I didn't
what?
know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know
dude,
that.
He was like, oh snap.
Yeah, right
we
here.
shouldn't have done that. We just made them angry.
yeah. He said
They're angry.
So I got a picture right here where with you got Rodrigo de Paul with the kiss in the middle,
Uh-huh.
and he in Spanish. If we translate it later, he goes, "Pasarán la fase del grupo y saldrán campeones del mundo." After Argentina lost 2-1.
Wow.
Dang.
This is a Saudi Arabia coach, which
Yeah.
again, I mean, they created a national holiday because they beat Argentina.
Yeah.
For
They
him
did?
to,
Yeah, they
it's
did.
now a national holiday.
No
all
way.
the players got a Rolls Royce Phantom as a token.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
sure they don't
yeah.
have it now, but
I mean, I don't know. They have a lot more than that. But yeah, so that's what he
Wow.
said after the
What?
game.
You guys didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, I was
thought you guys-
mind blown. I was like,
I
I mean,
holy
they
saw
could
videos
also
on the-
be the day they set Argentina on their way to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that could have been the day. Like, okay, we got to do this
That
now.
was it.
So do you thank the Saudi Arabia team for beating them?
Oh yeah, I do. I think it was necessary. It would have been harder to lose in the later stages than in the beginning. Where I feel at the beginning, it's like, okay,
They
we're not
maybe
where we
needed
need to
that
be.
loss.
Like we need to regroup. We need to rethink. Because if we could lose to Saudi Arabia, then we can get beat by anybody else.
Yeah.
So for me, it was more of just like a turning point. Like, okay, we need to go back to the basics. You know, what makes us a strong team is our ability to understand each other, move the ball together, play like we're playing in El Barrio. You know, like we're playing back home.
Yeah.
You know, play for fun, but you're still playing for your neighborhood. But instead, Argentina's playing for the country. So all these players came with the mentality like, okay, we're not just playing for their club. We're not playing for our neighborhood. We're playing for 43 million Argentinians. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
The coach's name for Argentina is Scaloni, right?
Yeah, Lionel Scaloni.
I think he did a really good job to like regroup the team and
Yeah.
everything.
Absolutely.
I think Saudi Arabia, Lautaro Martinez was starting. He was benched for the next game, no?
I think so.
Because
I-
he just made or scored one, but like it was offside.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is some might have seen it as a bold move to like bench him and
Yeah.
start Julian, but it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
What a player Julian
Oh, yeah.
turned out to be this World Cup.
I thought he should have started from the
Honestly, I
beginning.
mean, seeing him in Manchester
Mm-hmm.
City, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was like really good. I was like, this guy's
he's
really good.
like
I was like, this guy's up
he's
and
playing with
coming.
Holland and
And
everything
he's playing
too.
with Holland, but
Yeah.
he plays good just
Yeah.
on his
Yeah.
own, like even without Holland, you know?
Yeah. And he played for River Plate
I mean,
in
how-
Argentina.
Yeah.
And he played phenomenal there.
Yeah, and
So-
I was gonna say, I mean, Holland has some of those goals because of
Mm-hmm.
Julian Alvarez,
Yeah.
you know. So I don't know. Yeah, it's like this guy's really good. So I was like glad to see him and the way he played. Like, was it the semifinal
When? What?
Against
when
Croatia.
he went off?
Yeah,
against
he
Croatia.
scored two.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Didn't he
that
score
was
two?
amazing,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, even my wife, who doesn't watch that much,
Yeah.
she was like, "That guy's so good,"
Mhm.
and I was like, "Yep, yes, he is."
Yeah. It's his first World Cup.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
The
like,
second
he's
goal,
young
he's just like
and-
perfectly positioned.
Yeah.
The second goal,
Yeah,
just
it's
like
like, it's
Messi
amazing.
goes around, cuts it back.
Yeah.
He's there.
yeah, it was amazing. So
And then Enzo Fernandez as well, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't starting for
No,
the first game.
he wasn't.
It was Guido.
It wasn't Rodriguez.
No.
No.
It was Celso.
No, Chelsea
It
was
was-
out.
yeah.
Yes, you
Oh,
know,
really?
he was out. Yeah.
Oh, was okay. I
Um,
don't even know.
It was Di Maria, Paredes, and
De
Paul
Oh.
playing the outside. Then you had the Tagliafico would come every now and then, and
Mhm.
Acuna and Molina.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much what we had. And then you had Romero and Otamendi holding down that box like nobody's business.
Otamendi.
Dude,
It's,
Yeah. he's
And he plays for Benfica.
yeah. Oh yeah, and so yeah, Benfica. He's gonna make a lot of money now. He's worth a
Yeah.
lot of money now.
He's gonna find a big.
A lot of
Yeah.
them are
Move.
gonna can
Yeah.
like move.
Mhm.
Like what's that one guy? McAllister,
McAllister, yeah,
Yeah.
Alexis McAllister. He's
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
Martinez. And
Yeah.
he has to move.
I mean,
where does he play? He plays for a
Aston
small-
Villa.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Divo. Yeah.
yeah, but they'll pay him whatever they want to pay him now after what
Yeah.
he
They
did.
have to.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I
they're
think
like, dang
I
it.
thi- I said it last time. He should go to Man City. He'd be
Man
better.
City.
He's better than Ederson.
Yeah, it's just I don't. I mean, it's European soccer right, or football. So
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? As long as he doesn't go to Manchester United, you see what happens there. Excuse my French. I don't know. Some people are Man U fans, but
Yeah.
look what happened to Ronaldo, right?
Yeah.
right? Dude, sad.
Deflated.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else from the final game?
I don't know if this is something you were gonna mention, but does this make Messi the all-time GOAT? All-time.
The
So
GOAT
if we're looking at, if we want to talk World Cups,
Mm-hmm.
Pelé obviously has 3.
Yeah.
Right. He also won it in the 60s, you know,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And a time when we weren't obviously part of a conversation at all. Our parents were probably being born when Pelé was winning his World Cups, right? He won, I think he's the youngest player to win 2 before he was 23 in the history of the World Cup. Mbappe, if he would have won, would have been the second.
Yeah.
been-
So
Jeez.
that would have been another conversation, right? That people would have had. But what Pelé did, he just did in Brazil. He didn't do it in Europe, right? Then you have Maradona, who wins obviously Mundial, but he didn't win a Copa America. You know, but he played in South America, he played in Italy, he played in Europe. I mean, he's played pretty much everywhere if you think about it, right? And he's won championships left and right. He's brought teams like Napoli from the dead and make them champions. Like, you know, that's why he's a legend there technically, right? They named the stadium after him in Italy. And that's impressive, right? And you're like Argentinian, but they named the stadium after you in Italy.
Yeah.
But you look at Messi, with everything he's gone through, he just, looking at him outside of Argentina, he was already considered the GOAT because of all his individual trophies, Ballon d'Oro and all that stuff, and all the trophies he's won with the team, Barcelona. I mean, how can you discredit that, right? Obviously, it's a team effort, but then you still got 7 ballons. It's like, come on, like that's the best of the best in the world.
Yeah.
You won it 7 times.
Yeah.
Like it's like the whole world's telling you 7 times you're the greatest in the world 7 different times. Like that's nuts without a well, Mundial without a Copa America. Like, that's intense.
Yeah.
And then you win a Copa America. You beat Brazil in the Maracanã. No one's ever done in the history in the final.
Yeah.
Right? Then you play Italy when they were at their best. I know they didn't qualify for the World Cup, but they were at their best.
Yeah.
They pretty much won the best in Europe, right? So you were playing the Copa de Campeones. I mean, literally the best two teams in the world in soccer. You go to Italy in Napoli and you beat Italy 3-0, annihilate them.
Jeez. Yeah.
Okay, and some people want to discredit that. It's still a championship. You're playing against Italy, who beat every other country. Yeah. Germany, Spain, you name them. They pretty much got to the end. Then you go to the Mundial
and win it,
and you win it. Then you beat the defending. It's not like they beat Morocco. They beat Brazil.
Someone who just got there, yeah.
Right, somebody that just got there. Just the world defending champions lost by some miracle. You beat the defending champions, which has never been done.
Yeah.
So you won pretty much three different classifications of world titles that are extremely, extremely important in less than 2 years.
Dang, yeah.
I mean, if you want to just talk about that, that's you can consider him a GOAT.
Yeah.
Because Maradona never won a Copa America. Neither did Pelé. Right?
Yeah.
And then you have, again, based on, all the total trophies Messi's won in Europe, Pelé doesn't have any of those.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, there's different conversations people are going to have.
Yeah.
But then look at Messi's the number one goal scorer for Argentina in history. What, 11 goals now? Right? For an Argentine history. I mean, I can go down the stats. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you could write a book on the guy just on just goals, assists, and trophy. I mean, it's nuts. And we're talking about this guy has done this. He's only 35? He's only 3. Like, when I think about my life, I'm like, oh my God, this guy's 3 years older than me, and look what he's accomplished in his life for his country.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. It's not like he's 40 or 50. Like, this guy started since we're pretty much the same age almost,
Yeah. Well, even for me, because, like, I'm like, well, how old is Messi right now?
35.
Yeah, I'm like 10, 11 years younger, but still, that's not a lot of time.
It's not.
For me to, like, be like, I could do something great
Right, like that. Life-changing.
Yeah.
And he pretty much took a whole country and said, hey, I got this. Like, when they lost to Saudi Arabia, what did he say? He didn't say, I'm sorry. He said, I didn't bring you here. Don't worry, people. I didn't bring you here to get stranded. Well, we're going to take care of it. Like, come on. Talk about putting the world on your shoulders again. Right? After he'd already been ridiculed for the 2 previous Copa Americas he lost to Chile and Brazil, right? He still said, hey, I'm gonna take full responsibility for everything.
Dang. Crazy, dude. Crazy.
I mean, I'm sorry, but again, I love Maradona. I love the history. You got and Pelé, but it's just Messi's just on a whole nother level because he's done it for so long, right? And consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no. I mean, Maradona's Maradona though. Like, you can't. It's hard. You can't compare the three.
Yeah.
But when you talk about trophies, the significance they've had for the teams they've played in, and all the things they've done, I mean. Messi has to be in his own category, but I would still todavía le banco a Maradona. I don't care,
Yeah, I was about to say, because that was a really good argument.
Yeah,
I was about to go down like the 2 names that everyone's right now is putting up against Messi. So I was gonna say, stupid question, Ronaldo or Messi?
Oh,
obviously Messi.
But, yeah. I mean, I don't even have to be Argentine to say I don't even have to like Messi or watch Argentina play. It's just Messi already.
Yeah. And I was gonna ask. I was gonna be like, for the Ronaldo fans, what would you say to be like, hey, like, you can't? But I think you already did.
So, Messi, Ronaldo had was the first beat between them two in competition to win a world title for his country. They won the Euro Cup, right?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
So he beat Messi to that. Then Messi tied it with the Copa America. And then he outdid it with the Finalissima against Italy. But then he closed the book. He's like, I won a World Cup.
Yeah.
And I didn't get benched. I mean, I'm sorry. Again, we got to call it how it is, right?
Oh my god!
I didn't get benched.
Yeah.
Every Ronaldo
You killed him.
fan
You killed him.
That's it.
He didn't get benched.
He's dead.
Didn't get, and I got a lot of respect for Ronaldo. He's
So we're
again.
gonna send this clip to the speed so he can see it real quick.
He's a Messi fan now.
He's a Messi fan.
So
Yeah, every Ronaldo fan I know says that
Yeah.
Messi only scored or like most of his goals were penalties, but Ronaldo's only goal was a penalty.
right, and Ronaldo's record. Right, Ronaldo had one goal in the whole World
The
Cup.
World Cup.
Messi's played 7 games, has 7 goals and 3 or 4 assists.
Yeah. He scored in every
every
stage.
If you want to consider, he pretty much scored every game.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Ronaldo scored 1, and then he got benched in the last game.
Mm-hmm.
If you were as good as everyone says you were, if you were the one to bring a country back from the dead, you would have been playing.
Yeah.
But it's also where they're at in their careers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like Messi had more to prove than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I feel like Ronaldo already feels like he's established enough where he's gonna think he's his own GOAT in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have Messi, it's like, no, I gotta win. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's my dream. I'm gonna die doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he could have given up, right? They could have been deflated, and Messi is not. He's like, I'm scoring that third one. He scored the last goal for Argentina. Technically, the third goal, right?
Yeah.
To get us and give us that extra time, that space. What if he didn't score it? And then Mbappe would have done what he did.
It's like he's the reason.
Right. He's the reason Argentina again gets into the next state alive.
Yeah.
Messi, not anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Messi did it again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He scored the first pen. To,
He scored the first goal and he scored the last one.
Yeah, he scored the first and last.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Man.
Insane.
What a player.
Insane.
So, I mean, again, all respect to Ronaldo, but,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, if you think about it, let's be fair. When you think of Ronaldo, do you think of 2 people? When you think of Messi, there's only one Messi. You got Ronaldo for Brazil and you got Ronaldo for Portugal. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
There's 2 Ronaldos. There's only one Messi.
We can even make the discussion who's the better Ronaldo.
Oh, the Ronaldo for Brazil?
Yeah.
And I'm Argentine. I'm
Honestly,
supposed to be anti-Brazil,
yeah.
right? Based on what people say, but
He's not even,
phenomenal, right? The guy was can't even talk about that guy. Yeah, I mean, he destroyed Argentina when he played us. Destroyed us.
Jesus.
So, and I was a kid, and I was like, Ronaldo. Couldn't stand the guy, right? But look what he's done in his career. He won a World Cup too.
Yeah.
So, right, but he still can't be in that conversation though.
No. Jeez.
Gosh.
Okay, now the other one is, would you take, or the conversation, I guess, is Messi over Maradona?
Oh God.
You can get him in trouble.
Yeah. Who are we playing? Who are we playing and what year are we playing him in?
Just overall, their whole career. Messi up until right now.
That's tough,
Who would you
man.
take? There's no like, I would still take, or no, now I take Messi.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about it yet?
I mean,
It's
we
so
might have
true.
to cut back to commercial. I'm here like literally. I found a picture, try to put together Maradona handing Messi the Copa Mundial. Like I'm gonna do a sleeve, half a sleeve,
Oh,
a tattoo, too, like that on
That's
the side of
actually
my arm.
sick. Yeah.
So now that's hard because I'm like, oh God, what if I can only put one of them on my arm?
Jeez, right? Now something to think about, right? Because that's like the one thing that everyone always says is that Messi's always would be in the shadow of Maradona.
Right. If you didn't win a World Cup.
But now, what's that conversation like?
Even before the World Cup, he was better, I think.
The argument I would make is Maradona didn't have that longevity in his career as Messi.
Right.
So I guess that could put Messi above him.
And then the drugs and the politics of Maradona's career, a lot of that got involved with playing soccer, which, I mean, if he said it himself, if he wasn't on drugs, if he wasn't focused on all the nonsense, he could have won 2 or 3 more cups. And he could have. Yeah. He went back in 90, we lost 1-0 to Germany. Yeah. Went 94, we played again. He could have won it there too. He could have ended with 3 at Pelé and then forget about it. There's no such thing as Pelé after that, right? But now it's like where Messi's at, Messi has been able to go get past all that, noise, not letting anything affect him. Going from, hey, I quit because I've given everything to the country and they still beat me up and they still don't care, to just saying, well, no, I have to come back. Like, I'm not done until I win a World Cup.
Yeah, crazy. And I was going to say also, and I think we talked about this last time, but Messi is still going to play. They still have Champions League.
He can win that 8th.
What if they win the Champions League coming back
As a
from the
PSG.
World Cup?
That's an
PSG.
8th Ballon d'Or confirmed.
And then he would get
But
the
at the
8th
same
one.
time,
Like, for sure, he would get it.
Yeah.
You could argue that he could still get it right now.
yeah, he still can.
Because he's still been playing good with PSG. He has like the most assists.
It's because
like that, right?
he's not. He doesn't have to rely on like speed and strength like Ronaldo. He can like go. He can last
Everywhere.
longer than Ronaldo because he doesn't.
Is that maybe that's why Ronaldo?
Yeah, because
done
Ronaldo's
right
like,
now?
you know, he's fast. He his shooting, like, obviously he can position, like, positioning also works, but like he usually uses speed and power. Like,
Yeah.
that's how he is.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
Messi,
Messi's playing
he
style.
walks the whole game. Messi walks the whole game and runs like
when needed.
yeah. Yeah, he only runs when he needs to, and he still scores.
Yeah.
He finds a way.
Yeah. Okay, so say Messi comes back, PSG
Okay.
wins, they win champions. He gets the 8th Ballon d'Or.
Mhm.
Would that be definite for you to take him over Maradona now?
I mean, if we needed somebody with heart and courage, I would definitely choose Maradona because Maradona, like, you saw different Messi this World Cup.
Yeah.
Over 20, and they said it as well. The French, whatever his name is, the coach for France, he said, this is not the same Messi that played when we played 4 years ago. This is a whole different Messi. Messi didn't come back as Messi. Messi came back with, like, Maradona on his side.
Yeah.
Kill.
Like, he was there, like, he was like, whoever's in my way is going down. It doesn't matter who it is, what it is, and how many people. I'm taking all of you down. That he came with that attitude where he was not backing down. You saw the things he did after the games, the press conferences, the confrontation. That was Maradona in the 80s. That was Maradona. It's like, I don't care. You know, he made political statements with England and all this stuff with the Malvinas, and, you know, Maradona had that fire that Messi was missing, the passion. You know, Messi lost it. People say, no, he didn't. Trust me, he lost it. But then he realized, well, shoot, you know, people still love me.
Yeah.
The country is still counting on me. They're still hoping that I can win it, you know. And again, Scaloni had belief in Messi. Look, like you mentioned, look at the team he built around Messi, right? But he built a team that can do without Messi too.
Yeah.
But he built like literally a brotherhood of people. Like, everybody was going to die for Messi to win. Like, nobody was going to let that World Cup if it was not going to be a Messi hand. You weren't even going to, if they would have lost, remember I made the joke, we better steal it?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's what it would have had. Like, somebody would have taken, probably Emiliano would have taken and ran, right?
Yeah, I believe that. He
People
would have done
would have
that.
knocked it over, like, no, you know, or touched it first before anybody else.
We would have still seen the Messi pictures with the trophy in bed.
Right.
We'd be like, how do you get it?
So it's more of just the Messi now is definitely the Messi I would take with Maradona. If we're talking about the Messi 4 years ago, I wouldn't take him.
No.
So the Messi today was half Maradona, half
It's
Messi.
like everything.
Yeah.
He has all the qualities.
Yeah. And I mean, you could watch the 86 Mundial and you can see all the games Maradona played in and all this stuff he went through, how he got beat, kicked. He was the most fouled person in the 86 Mundial. The most fouled. Even if you'd see the kicks he took, you'd be like, those are red cards there and right. Like, you shouldn't be playing soccer if you're kicking somebody that hard. And Maradona still got up, still ran, still did the Mano de Dios, all that stuff, right? The goal of the century. And then it's like, and he's still won a Mundial.
Yeah.
You know, he, like he said, he wasn't going down until he won.
Gotcha. Dang, crazy.
Imagine if that happens, what we said. Messi goes on to win the Champions League, wins the 8th Ballon d'Or. People are going to look back on this, be like, wow, I wish I could have been. We were
had
here
a conversation for it
to
happened.
we were here to witness it.
I
You
was
know?
like, people don't stop watching football yet because it's still not over.
Yeah. Dang.
Messi's not done.
No. Well, he announced that he wasn't done. He said, I still want to play as a champion with my team. Like, he could retire now and be done with it forever.
Yeah.
He could.
Yeah.
And
Di
no one
Maria's
would
done.
blame him.
Right? Otamendi could be done, right? But he's like, nope, I want to keep playing with my team. Like, come on. Like, you don't have nothing to prove, dude. You have nothing to prove to nobody.
You did it.
Yeah, you did exactly what you said you were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Where people talk about doing it and they don't do it, you did what you said you
He
were
was
going
like,
to do.
actually.
Yeah. I'm thinking about winning a second one. I'm not going to complain. I'll be there. It's in the United States. Woo.
How old would he be?
39.
39.
He could still.
I mean, Tom Brady's still playing football, right?
Yeah, I know he's like
20 years in.
150 or something.
LeBron's still playing basketball, right? 20 years in almost, right? So
Yeah. Now he could do it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
with his conditioning.
I was like, he could play better than Ronaldo is right now, still at that age, I think. Because he has more of the skill than like the actual like physical,
Yeah, he doesn't rely on his physical ability. He relies on his intelligence.
on his intelligence,
Yeah.
on just his natural instinct of
Yeah.
knowing what to do with the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Dang.
can see it. He could
Yeah.
win again.
He could. When is Copa America? When's the next
It
one?
was 2021, so next year.
Next year?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he wants to win another one.
I mean, again, that's.
Go for it.
He's like, I might as well just do it right at this point.
It's not too much.
No, it's not. It's not that hard. That's I can do that.
Easy.
They beat Brazil in Brazil, and they could beat anybody, right?
Crazy.
Dang. Okay, we've been talking about Messi, but I think we got to give credit where it's due.
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe, that guy's gonna be a monster.
He is a
Going
monster.
He's gonna be the
forward,
goal
He
of
is.
his
He is a
generation.
monster. I mean, at
Yeah.
23 to do what he's doing.
especially after a loss. in
Oh
his
yeah,
World
they
Cup.
come back.
Coming back to PSG.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gonna
Selling
be a little bit
Messi?
awkward.
Right.
With,
Yeah.
Probably
He's
will
gonna
give
sell
a couple
Messi.
walking
passes.
in
Yeah.
with Messi and he's still holding the trophy. I'm like, bro, it's over. All right, you won. Okay, we
Messi
get it.
to the Indian League confirmed.
Indian League.
But that's gonna be crazy. I was like, he's gonna.
I wonder if he's actually gonna like Mbappe's gonna like hate Messi. You know,
I don't think so.
I feel like
If he doesn't win the Champions, I think he will. He'll definitely have some resentment towards him. Like, you can win a Mundial, but you can't win.
But you can't win
Champions League. Huh?
Yeah.
No, I don't
That-
think. I don't
oh,
think that'll be his
now
mentality, man.
maybe PSG can win it, like with Mbappe losing the final and like he's gonna be better.
Oh yeah, he's
Like,
gonna make this is the only thing I have
be
left.
fired
Yeah.
up. He's like, gotta
Well,
take it.
he has
I think
the Ligue 1, but who
Who
cares,
cares
about those
about that?
toilet bowls?
No, nobody watches that. Farmers League.
Yeah, who cares about that? It's all about the Champions League.
Yeah.
They
No,
can
yeah,
win
I
it
think-
now.
I think he's gonna come back with that fire, bro. Like he's not.
And Hakimi,
And I don't
dude,
think.
too.
I don't. Oh, Hakimi too, bro. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Morocco made it to semifinals.
Crazy, dude.
First
the whole
African
World
nation.
Cup is
Yeah.
just like a historic,
Surprising. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
a historic.
It's just a
World
bunch
Cup.
of records.
Mhm.
I think this is the best one
No,
ever.
for sure.
Yeah,
Ever.
For sure.
We remember we talked about this. Like we thought like this was gonna be a weird World Cup. Like we thought like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we thought much of it. at
surprises
first.
in it.
Oh
On
yeah.
the first episode,
Yeah,
I think we had said that like
It was gonna
because
be
it's
weird.
like in the winter time for us.
Mhm.
It's like right after like in the middle of like Champions League
Mhm.
and like all this
Yeah.
weird stuff
Yeah.
that's going on, you know. And we're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's like we'll see. I guess we'll see how it goes.
Mhm.
And it's the first time in.
It's like all the
Middle East.
injuries
Yeah.
leading up, like all these players that couldn't play.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
like, nah. It's like this is gonna like this sucks.
Yeah.
I think that's what I think we were like kind of devastated, or like we weren't looking forward to it that much.
and it turns
like,
out to be the best one.
and it turns out to actually be one of the
Yeah.
best World Cups.
Mhm.
Dang. Kind of sad it's over now. I don't find
I was like,
purpose in life.
Maybe we didn't. No, that's crazy, dude.
Dang. All right. Well, is there anything else you wanted to mention, or anyone?
How much time are we at?
We got 10 minutes left.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can make this quick because it could be quick.
All right.
All right. So this World Cup, got that. There's a lot of like controversy
Mm-hmm.
on this World Cup. I'm just gonna say it because everyone, or not everyone, a lot of these people who think there's a controversy is saying that this World Cup was rigged from the beginning for Argentina to
Yeah,
win.
I've heard that. What do you have
What
to,
are your
Jonathan? What do
Every
you have to
single
say about
Ronaldo
that?
fan, that's a Ronaldo fan.
Coming
So-
from like the what is it, the president or king, sultan or whatever of Qatar,
The Sheik or something.
whatever
Royal
he is.
Sheik.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Emperor.
Saying like even him like saying like it would be, which I mean it's kind of true, it would be a crime if Messi didn't walk away with the trophy this World Cup.
I mean, everybody was saying that since
Yeah.
the get go. I mean, they were saying that in 2014. You know, they're like, if Messi does in 2018 when we lost against France 4-3, same type of game, right?
Gotcha.
It would be a crime if Messi doesn't win the World Cup.
Mm.
We're saying that in 2014 when he lost 1-0. We're saying that in 2018 when France knocked us out.
Mm.
We're like, wow, Messi's gonna retire with no World Cup. You know how many great, phenomenal players have retired trophyless
Mm.
Yeah.
in many sports, right?
Mhm.
Where you're like, okay, this is right. Messi, you're like, if Messi doesn't win it, it's like, then it's a conversation. Can he have that? Can he still be in the same category with Pelé and Maradona?
Mm.
Zidane, all these great players have won. Ronaldo won a World
Even
Cup,
the
right?
recent Ronaldo. Imagine if he just stopped there, and then Ronaldo went to win
Win a
or
World
won
Cup.
the
Right.
Yeah. But what do you have to say to those people
What
who
do you
say?
say?
Oh, no,
Because
I-
there's
this-
also
this one was rigged.
during the World Cup, and this is like the things that they pull,
Yeah.
like the soft penalties taken.
Yeah.
Like that
But-
was like a really soft
yeah,
penalty. Like,
so
that was so
I've-
easy.
I feel like everybody's had penalties given to them, and that I feel like weren't enough to be a penalty, and some were justified. Like when Otamendi got that penalty or forced that bad foul, I knew, I'm like, it was a penalty. Why would you foul him in the box that way? Why would you yank? You know they're going to call a penalty. Why would you do it, right? And then you had France that did a handball. They didn't get a penalty. Montiel, who ended up kicking the game-winning penalty for us, he was dumb because he had his arm extended. As a defender, when you're turning to block a ball, you don't keep your hand out. You as close to your body to be unintentional. Nope.
Yeah.
Sticks his hand out,
Yeah.
Argentina had to fight. They didn't have an easy game. Everybody says, oh, Argentina had it easy. No, they didn't. We had to beat, again, the best of the best, right? We still had to beat Croatia, which were second upcoming champions, right? In the World Cup, right? We had to beat the Netherlands, right? They scored 2 goals on us, and we still had to find a way to beat them,
Yeah.
right? Australia almost came back, technically, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah, Australia, like last, that
forgot,
they will block that goal, right?
Yeah.
So everybody in Argentina played a role to make sure that their history wasn't that they lost. So as much as people want to say it's rigged, you can't. How far can you rig a game where Netherlands comes back from 2-0 and comes back and then it goes to penalties? 2014 World Cup happened the same way. We did penalty kicks against Netherlands. We beat Robin and all those Van Persie, all those people. We beat them, right? But that came from penalties. That's not rigged. You can't rig it up to penalties. I'm sorry, right? Because penalties. I'm sorry. Somebody's gonna admit the truth. Like, hey, they rigged it. It's been 2 days. Nobody said anything about it, right? And then against Croatia, for us to annihilate Croatia, with all due respect, I have a lot of good Croatian friends, but we beat them 3-0, and they're a phenomenal team. And then we were pretty much beating the hell out of France 2-0. They come back,
Most of the game, yeah.
right? And it's like, I mean, if they want to say, we got soft penalties, didn't France too? I mean, you got to call it the way you see it, right? You got to be unbiased down the line. And it's like the extra time they gave the Netherlands, 12 extra minutes. No other team, no other game in the World Cup had got 12 extra minutes, but 8 on average. The Netherlands got 12 when they were down. Come on, really?
Yeah.
You can see it right there. They're trying to get some type of Argentina out, whether people want to admit it or not. And then you got France, right? Like everything. I mean, most of Mbappe's 2 goals to help them catch up were penalty goals.
Yeah.
Whether people want to admit it or not, Messi's 1 goal was a penalty, but Di Maria wasn't a penalty, and neither was the kick that Messi made. So they earned that, right? Where, I mean, not for nothing, France stayed in because of penalties.
Yeah.
We got to call it the way we call it, right?
Yeah.
The way it is.
Yeah.
So, and Argentina's,
Yeah. So obviously there's a lot of other things that I was seeing. I don't
Yeah.
have them all listed, but there's a lot of other things that people are pulling and saying, like, this is rigged because they didn't do this and they
They're
didn't
just
do
trying
that.
to
They
find
didn't
a way
call
to
them
say
out.
Ronaldo's better.
Nah, dude, what did I say earlier? Ronaldo's crying in his car right
Yeah.
now.
and his Bugatti.
His Bugatti. What are maybe your final words on all these people trying to say and pulling all these, and they could pull a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
What are your final words on these people who?
It's Qatar was supposed to be neutral land, right? Every other country has a political reason behind it. We know the corruption with FIFA and all these things have happened over time, and we know it went all the way up to Blatter, right, where he obviously went to prison for it. So when you think of Qatar, you think of like we had the conversation the last podcast, and I said anybody could win this World Cup, but Argentina, because there's no real political attachment to it, has to win it, right? That FIFA was not going to let Argentina win a World Cup in Brazil. They weren't going to do it.
Yeah,
right?
I think I remember.
It was not happening. 2014, Germany was going to win one way or another, or somebody was going to win. Brazil was not going to lose to Argentina in the World Cup final. It was not happening. That's why everybody was shocked when Argentina beat Brazil in the Maracanã. Nobody's ever beat Brazil in that stadium ever, and then they beat them to win the title.
Yeah, crazy.
So it's like Argentina, as much as people want to say they fix games or people were trying to, it's like it's impossible. Argentina didn't have anything in favor. Yeah, you got penalties, but guess what? People miss penalties. How many penalties did Messi miss in the Copa America to lose? Right? Think about it. If you want to talk, you got penalties. Yeah, you still got to make them.
Yeah.
What if he didn't make them? Oh, you still rigged though. He didn't make them though. He didn't win. But he made the penalties because he knew, okay, I can't repeat history the way I did in the past. I got to make these count. And everybody in Argentina, everybody made their penalties. Nobody missed them because they didn't want to be the one that or Enzo Martinez actually missed one, right? Yeah. But we still came back. Yeah. You know, penalties there's not luck. It's luck. It's not, you can't rig penalties technically. Yeah. So at the end of the day, people can talk all they want, but we got a third star. So until you start second star, it is what it is. Also, I think until you put it on your arm, you can't really talk.
Also, I think we had mentioned this. Isn't it crazy how many penalties there were throughout the whole
World
Cup?
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. So penalties, the World Cup of penalties.
The World Cup of penalties, yeah.
At the most goals, 172 goals in history. Yeah, no World Cup has ever had that many goals scored.
Wow. Yeah, this is definitely the best World Cup ever.
Yeah, but I mean, look at it again. How can you rig a World Cup the way it's happened? Every game was a surprise. Yeah. No game was planned. Nobody knew Morocco would win, beat Spain, and beat all these Portugal. Nobody knew. Portugal's winning 7-1. Spain, Portugal's winning like 5. They won in one game. Spain won 7 in another, and you got Morocco. First time African country beats both of them. Yeah, powerhouses, right? In soccer. Makes them look like they never played soccer in their life. You're telling me you rigged that? How are you going to rig that?
Yeah. Croatia beating Brazil.
Yeah, Croatia beating Brazil. And like I said, I'm scared of Brazil. They're fundamentally very strong. Phenomenal team.
Amazing team.
Amazing team. Yeah, one of the best stacked teams I've seen Brazil be in. And I was afraid to first Brazil. I would have preferred Croatia over Brazil. And then Croatia beats Brazil. I'm like, what? And it's not even that. It's, Marquinhos, he hit the pole. Yeah. So it's not like, it could have gone in, but it went out. Yeah. So you can't plan all those things. Yeah. I'm sorry, you can't. Yeah. If you really want to be technical, we can break every game down. There's nothing you can say that everything was planned because everything was a surprise.
Yeah. Nice.
And the only thing was Messi won a World Cup. We knew that was going to happen.
That's all that matters.
He was going to retire with the World Cup. Not
I don't know why he keeps saying, I always said Argentina was going to win.
Yeah, I think you're like the most Messi fan.
He lost so much.
That's not Argentina.
And he got a Barcelona hat too, so that counts.
Yeah, like Barcelona. Yeah. But like, dude, what?
Yeah, I think it was just like my psychological way of not like. I set the bar low. I'm like, they're gonna struggle.
I think you
just so I wouldn't be.
Yeah. I
didn't think
kept saying that they were gonna win. Ezri was the one that said he was losing. He lost faith after that first game, like so much faith. I was like, no, they're still gonna win. I kept saying, you can watch the
I didn't want to be super heartbroken. It was my way of not being like, in case.
Yeah.
The small chance they didn't go.
I think it was like that. Like I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah.
So I don't get like.
Yeah. Right. That's
let down like hard.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Yep.
But dude. Argentina, World Cup champions. Oh, there's just one last thing I wanted to say. A lot of people are saying, the pathway of Argentina to get to the final, it was all easy teams. All right. Fair. But in this World Cup, we saw even the small teams, they put up a performance. There's no small teams. There's no small teams anymore. Nope. It's an even playing field now.
The only small team was
teams,
Australia.
But like all these
Qatar.
teams made it to all these teams made it to the World Cup.
Yeah.
They all had to do their own thing to get to the World Cup. So these were all like some of the best teams of the world. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter like if they're small or like Morocco.
Japan.
They still got there. Japan got there. North Korea. Like they all had to win somewhere. They all had to beat out someone.
Yeah.
South Korea, not North.
I said South.
You said North.
I said North?
Yeah.
I mean, they can go too.
Yeah, right.
They were in it.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, there's no. I had a friend of mine who mentioned like, it's not going to be an easy path for Argentina because they're going to play all these European powerhouses. And I'm like, and what? We're still going to win. Like, I'm not going to lose faith because you think they're not going to win. For one, you're not Argentinian. So obviously, right? It's going to be different. Your feeling is going to be different compared to mine. Yeah. But if you have faith, regardless, at the end of the day, you're going to put all your marbles in and just say, well, do what you got to do, Argentina. Just get that trophy. Just get Messi to lift that trophy. That's what they did. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we got to credit Dibu. Because you know what? Argentina scored their goals, but if it wasn't for Dibu, we wouldn't even be talking about Argentina being a champion. Yeah. It all came from the goalie.
Yeah.
So you can score goals, but if you get goals scored on you, then what?
Yeah.
It's even playing field. But if you don't have somebody to stop those goals,
Yeah, I was like, they could have scored the 3 goals, but what if Mbappe scored 5?
Yeah.
right? But again, luck, right?
Yeah.
You got the final game, 120 minutes in, 3 minutes already. You already hit the 3-minute mark. You're about 13 seconds after 3 minutes in. France gets the ball, 3-3. I think a pass from Mbappe. Again, phenomenal player. Open, 1-on-1. How do you plan that moment where Dibu times it perfectly?
Yeah.
Because what if he would have did it early? What if he would have had his hand extended out and it would have gone through his hands? It's happened before in the other games, right? Just a bounce, an extra bounce past him. Mbappe's goals passed him because of an extra bounce. If we look at it, that was 1-on-1. It was all just God saying, okay, I know what team has to win this. So if anybody wants to say anything, you got to talk to God about that conversation. It being rigged.
Yeah.
Dang. All right.
So now we can clip that whole thing, and then just whenever people start saying all this, and then just put the clip.
We're showing your
Stop.
clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I start.
Yeah.
What do you say now?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that people know, like, okay, Dibu also had...
Yeah, no, for sure.
He saved Argentina. He's been saving Argentina since the Copa America. I don't care what anybody says. You can't plan penalty kicks. Can't plan them.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of penalties you have to plan. Right? So...
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Anything else?
Think
Or
that's it.
we're good? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Last comments.
What?
Last comments.
No? No? Isai? No?
En Argentina yo nací, tierra Diego y Leonel, de los pibes las Malvinas que jamás olvidaré. No te lo puedo explicar porque no vas a entender. La finales que perdimos, cuántos años la lloré, pero eso terminó porque en el Qatar salimos gran campeones otra vez. Ahí paro. I'm not gonna say what because we're in church, right? So,
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks, Jonathan,
Yeah,
for coming
thank you
on once
guys.
again. Congratulations.
appreciate it.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a couple of hours of pain for the tattoo, but it's all worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
I bet it
Like,
will
who
be.
cares?
Yeah.
Nope.
Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
No, thanks for coming
Awesome
on.
podcast.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right. That's it then? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Once again, thanks, Jonathan, for coming on. And Argentina World Cup champions.
Messi the goat.
Let's play football. World Cup.